Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Chow, Dr. Eric Chow. Very happy that we end a very tough and very intensive year of the practice in AP Computer Science A. And today, Friday, I would say it's May 5th, okay, May 5th of the Friday. I already got the release of the FRQ questions from the College Board. So I'm going to go over the problem for these FRQ problems. Okay, first I have this disclaimer. The whole video is created by me and it is not official answer. So don't take it as official answer. The official answer will not be given. So basically, every teacher will try to create their own solution or video for it. So it is only used for students' reference after the exam. And later, I may create a more quick, complete, and detailed analysis, including the tester on a problem set. So I do not guarantee the quality of this video, but for the time being, it works as a good reference for you about the problems. So let's get started for question 1. So question 1 in AP Computer Science principle, AP Computer Science A free response is this one. It's a level question. It's a single player video game. So video game, you have level 1, level 2, level 3, right? You have level 1, you qualify, you move on to level 2, and then you move on to level 3. So something like that. These are usually the game is like that. Okay, so there's a classical level. I suspect that this level should be an interface. Okay, so they should have some data field, but you cannot access it. You only need to know about this goal, reach, and get point function for levels. Okay, and these levels are actually used in a class. So here we have a game class. Game class has level 1, level 2, level 3. There's a constructor game. There is a function called its bonus, checking whether it's a bonus or not. There's a play function. There's a get score function. Get score will actually return the score earned in the most recently played game. So the get score is the part A you need to write on. Okay, and the second actually is the play many time. It's the play number of time and return the highest score earned. So this one is finding the maximum apparently. So okay, so these are the problem. Okay, and this one is a short analysis. So I do not have the so-called nature of problem description or other things. So let's look at it. Write the get score method, which returns the score of the most recently played game. Each game consists of 3 levels. The score of the game is computed using the following method. So it's famous goal reached. So goal reached will return true or false. You will return true if a goal had reached on a particular level, and it will return false otherwise. So basically, each level you have reached or not reached. If it reached, okay, so get point of the class return the points recorded in the particular level. Whether or not the recorded points are earned, okay, depends on the rule of game, which is the following. Okay, level 1 point earned only in the level 1 goal is reached. Okay, so level 1 goal reached, then you get the level 1 point. So level 1 need to reach the goal, If you don't reach, you don't have the level 1 point. Okay, level 2 the same, level 3 the same. Okay, so you need to check. You need to check each level whether you reach the goal or not. If yes, you get some point, and you get some point. You add the point into your total sum. You get into the total sum. If the score of the game is the point earned at the level 1, 2, 3. It's the sum of all 3 levels. If it is a bonus game, the score will be tripled. Okay, so there's a rule that you will triple it if the bonus. So basically, these are the rule. Okay, and then you will go to the part 2. We do not have too many other description. Okay, so let's look at the example. So go reach 222, and you will have 200 point, 100 point, 500 point. So exponent scheme, you actually sum of the 3, you get 800 times 3, you get 2400. So here, the second problem, second example, we have 200, 100, 500. So 500, you don't need to calculate it. You totally get 300. 300 without bonus is 300, okay? So next one, you have level 1, level 3, that's a 700, okay? And then actually it's a bonus. But because your level 2 failed, so it recorded only level 1 earned because the goal has not been reached in level 2. So earn point of the level 3 will not be qualified. So you need to pass this one until you get this one, until you get this one. Okay. If you do not pass level 2, level 3 will not be calculated. The rule is very clear. Okay. And it's a bonus point, it's a bonus game, so you edit times 3. Okay. So next one, force actually you do not have any points, so you get out. Okay, so the rule is pretty clear now. Let's go back. Okay, let's go back. So here you said that level 2 need to have both level 1 and level 2 pass before you can go. Okay, so let's actually use the Notepad double plus to write this problem again. Just like in our practice exam, I'm going to copy the function interface over and I will get started after that. Okay, so let me get the interface. Okay, the interface is integer get score. Okay, so that's actually this one is actually public. Okay, public integer. Okay, get score, because I don't want to use a tester, so I don't open my BlueJ or any other editor. So I'm just using my Notepad double plus. Okay, Notepad double plus. So here, let me actually make the data bigger. Okay, the font bigger. So now we have this get score program and we get started. Okay, we get started. So each game has a level 1, right? You had a level 1. So level 1 is a private level, but the function is get score is in class. So you can use level 1, level 2, level 3. Okay, so right here, okay, level 1 is an object. So it is if actually level 1 that goal reached. Okay, there's a function called goal reached. So here we will call the function name is called goal reached. Okay, so goal reached. Okay, if level 1 goal reached. Okay, and we will add the sum. So here we will add the sum. So here we should have a integer sum equals 0. Okay, in this case, our sum plus equals level 1 that get score, get points. Okay, it should be get points. Okay, get points. Okay, get points. Okay, this finish level 1. So level 2 you cannot put it over here. It should be inside here. If level 1 doesn't pass, you don't need to continue. So here you put your level 2 here. So level 2 that goal reached. Okay, you do sum plus equal level 2 that get points. Okay. Okay, same thing. Level 3 is inside the level 2. Okay, so if level 3 that goal reached. Okay, so here your sum plus equal your level 3 that get points. So here you have the total point that you earn. Okay, and the next one you will here if is bonus. Okay, if it's bonus. Okay, that is that it's bonus game or it's bonus. Look at it. Okay, look at it. So it actually is bonus. Okay, the function is called it's bonus. It's bonus, it should be triple. So actually sum time equals 3. Okay, sum equals 3, and you need to actually return the integer. So sum is integer. So right here we return this sum. Okay, that's the part A. Okay, so this one is Q1. Okay, part A. Okay, let's look at the part B. Okay, let's look at the part B. So Q1 part A is like this. Okay, Q1 part B. Let's look at the Q1 part B. Q1 part B is like play many times, okay, and many times you will score 70, 50, and then 90, and then 20. So each one of them, you will have a play function, okay. So the game actually, let's see. The game do have a play function, so you need to game. Okay, game is void. Okay, so simply the play the game. Okay, all label and update all relevant data, and then you get score. Play get. Okay, play get, and then you totally you need to play how many games? You will play the number of the games. Okay, you will play the number of games. You play the num games. Okay, so that's actually copy this one now. Okay, so here I am about to start this problem. So here I have Q1, okay, part B, okay, Q1 part B. So Q1 part B, okay, public, okay, integer, play many times, okay, integer num, okay, so I finish the function, okay. We finish the function, so we will play that many times. So here integer, okay, max equals integer that mean value, okay, mean value. So we'll get the minimum, okay. So for integer I equals 0, I less than num, I increase. So this plays so many times, okay, and each time we do game, so play, and then actually integer, okay, current will be equals, okay, get score, get the score. So let's see, it's actually get score. It actually get score, okay, get score. So we get the score, okay, and then if actually current greater than the maximum, okay, then we will update maximum equals current, okay, and they keep going for n times, and eventually we return the maximum, okay, we return the maximum. So let's see here, let's actually look at the example, okay. So here, so play 4 times, 75, 50, 90, 20, then return 90, okay, then return 90. So play the game simulated by calling the play function. The play is called only one time following multiple consecutive call get score. Each get score will return the single simulated game. Okay, so I think that's it. Okay, I think that's it. I review the problem. I think that's it. Okay, for the part 2. Okay. Okay. Now let's move on to question 2. Okay, let's move on to question 2. So question 2, let me look at the problem. Okay, let me look at the problem. So question 2 is a class book. Okay, book has the title, price, and so many things. Okay, don't need to go into there. And then you write a class called textbook. It's a subclass of book. Okay, subclass of book. So we can already get started. Okay, so let me create a new file and save as. Okay, so this one here, I'm going to save it as a Java file. And this one I call it FRQ Q2, okay? So Q2, because it actually is a subclass of the book, so you have public, okay, public is not necessary, okay, so public class, okay, text book, okay, extend actually book, okay, and then double curly brace. Let's get started with this, okay? So that's the first thing we will do, just create something like this, okay? So get started, okay? A textbook has an edition number which is a positive integer, identify different version of the book, get book info, which call the textbook return a string that include the edition information as shown as above. Okay, so here get book info is the version. Here it has a version from the book. Okay, But right here, the textbook will return a string including the edition information as shown in the example. So let's look at example. So textbook, we have biology, okay, and then two value, okay. Second value is the price, and third one is the edition number, okay. So you can get edition, get info, you do dash dash, okay, and then can substitute for, okay, compared to object, okay, and can substitute for, you may return, okay. So there's a can substitute for, there's a constructor, okay, there's different thing, okay. So now let's go back to book, okay. So this one is a subclass edition, subclass problem, okay, subclass problem. So the title, price, okay. So here apparently we have a new integer called edition, okay, edition that's actually set to 0, okay. So right here we may have textbook, okay, textbook constructor, and you would take string, okay, title, okay, and then couple, okay, price, okay, and then here we have integer edition, okay, these are the data we get in, and then we should do super, okay, super calling the super constructor with the title and price, okay, and then right here edition equals, okay, we should have the list that edition equals edition, okay. So this one is the constructor. So the constructor is okay. Let's assume that edition is also a private variable. Okay, let's see. Let's put the private first. Let's check if it's a private. So is edition number is positive. Okay, identify the version of the book. It doesn't say it should be private or not private. So let me assume it's private. Okay, it's private. So information about this. Okay, before we do anything else, let's actually look at the so-called get edition. Okay, let's have the get edition. So get edition will return 3. So let's actually look at get edition. So let's do this one. Okay, we have a public integer get edition. Okay, this one it will return ed. Okay. Okay, so that actually is the get edition. There is a get info. Get info, you need to return all the 3 number, and it actually is formatted string. Okay, formatted string contain the price, the title, price, and edition. Okay, formatted string, it didn't tell us that how many digits it should be. So do not add your own digit. Okay, so here let's do this one. Let's do public, okay, and then string. This one called get book info. Okay, get book info. Okay, get book info because your parent class already has a title price. Okay, already has a title price. So that is the get book, okay, and the price and title is in your parent class. So it is better that you do return, okay. And then this one you call the super. Super is your parent's class function, okay. Get book info, okay. And then plus, you need to have one more dash plus your edition, okay. That's the get info. This one you have to use your parent class get info. Otherwise, you will have the problem because you create recursion. So you cannot use a get book info directly. You have to call the super class get book info. Okay, so that's important. So this get book info. And the textbook class contain additional method called can substitute for, who return true if the textbook is a valid substitute for another textbook. Okay, for another textbook. The current textbook is a valid substitute for the textbook referenced in the parameter. Substitute if the two have the same title and the edition of the current textbook is greater than or equal to the edition of the parameter. Okay, so right here we have another one that's called public. Okay, Boolean, okay, Boolean, okay, this function called can substitute. Called can substitute for, okay, so can substitute for, okay, can substitute for, you take another textbook, okay, textbook other, so textbook other, okay. So can substitute for textbook other, okay. First thing is the title need to be the same, okay. Price, we don't care. So title need to be the same, and title you need to use get title, okay. It's a parent class private data field. So you do need to use actually. So here if actually the if the get title, okay, that equals other that get title, okay. Here you say not equals, okay, they will return false, okay. And then here, okay, we will return, okay, will return, okay. Here you should have get edition, okay, and it's the same class. So you say edition actually greater equal to other that edition that actually is okay, okay, that actually is okay. Then you return true, otherwise you return false, okay, otherwise you return false. So this one like this should be okay, So let's look at it one more time. Check it, okay. So write a book class is a subclass for book. So subclass for book, we do have the extends, okay. So extends book, that actually is fine. Next one, the textbook has an edition number, okay. There's an edition number, so we do have titles, price, and edition that we can use, okay. So identify the different version of the book import method called textbook, it returns a string, also including the edition number as shown in the example. We'll deal with it later, okay. So the constructor, you call the super title and price, okay, to call the book classes constructor, and then you assign the external edition to this that edition, okay. And then there is a get edition function, okay. There's a get edition function, you can return the edition number. There's a get book info function, you will get the super that get import dash then your version number, okay, dash then your version number. The next one you can substitute for, you get a different textbook, okay. If the textbook title not equal to the title, then you return false. Otherwise, you will check the edition number. Edition number need to be the same or actually younger, okay. The same or actually younger, okay. So here, if the name different, you cannot, okay. So version 2, version 3, younger. So edition greater than others, then you can substitute for. Okay. Okay, so these are the problem 2. Okay, these are the problem 2. Now let's return to the question 3. Question 3, review. So question 3 is a review problem, and this review problem actually in AP Computer Science A website, there is one similar lab. Okay, so if you work on that lab, you should be fine. And here we have a review. Okay, so each review represented by object of the review class consists of integer indicating the rating. Okay, and there is a comment field. The comment field in the review object end with period. Okay, end with period, exclamation mark, or letters. Okay, or a string of, or is a string of 0 if the user does not enter a comment. Okay, so it will be a string of 0. Let's look at it. Okay, so it can be actually ending with a period. Okay, or ending with a exclamation mark. Okay, or a 0. Okay, or a 0. Okay, so there are some rule. Okay, there's some rule we need to work on it. Okay, we will work on it, and then let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's go back. Okay, let's go back. So here we have an overview, okay, and then there's a part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is actually, part A is working on the getting average rating, okay, and this review analysis has all reviews. So this is an array. You go through the all reviews and then getting the average review, and then all reviews is non-null, okay, and all review contain at least one reviews, okay, so we can do this, okay. Let's get started. So we can get started with a double of total, okay, equals 0.0, okay, and you have all reviews. So for each, okay, all review actually is an array, okay, it's actually an array. So it is an array you can use for each loop, or you can use for I loop. Either way should be fine, okay, and for each loop can be a little bit easier. So let's actually get a review R from all reviews, okay, and we get that R. So R is a review, and we review, each review have a value of the ratings, okay. So there is a get ratings. So here, okay, actually total plus equal actually get ratings, okay. So here, if you want to have a counter, that's also fine, okay. But you can also use the length of the reviews for it, okay. So here, let's do this one. Let's don't do that, okay. And we do R that if you get rating, get rating. So each R will get the rating, okay. Each R will get a rating. Okay, each R we get a rating, and rating actually is an integer, but we don't care. We use a double to sum them up. Okay, and eventually we just need to return total divided by the all reviews that length. Okay, that's it. That's the average rating. Okay, this one collect comment. This one is more complicated. We need to read the problem more carefully. Okay. Each review there's a comment, okay, there's a comment, and then we need to, for the part 2, we need to read through every comment, okay, and then there is we try to create a formatted version of the selected comment in part B, okay. So we get every comments, and then we try to reformat it, okay, reformat it. So let's look at the how we need to reformat it. Okay, so review analysis method collect comments, which collect and format only comments that contain an exclamation mark. Okay, the comment has an exclamation mark, we will get it. Okay, the method returns already substring that it contain copy of the user comment from all reviews that contain exclamation mark, formatted as follows. And empty array is returned if no comments, okay, empty array list. So it doesn't say null, okay, it's empty array list, okay. And then the string inserted into array list will be to be returned begin with the index of the review in all reviews, okay. So here, this one, the index, we put the index is 0, so 0 dash, and then the comment, okay, and then the comment. So we start with the index followed by a hyphen, and then followed by the original comments, okay, and the string must end with either period or exclamation mark. If the original comments from all reviews does not end in either period or exclamation mark, a period is added, okay. It doesn't end with period. So the last character, okay, should be a exclamation mark or period. If no period, you will add an extra period to it. So these are the rules we have, okay. These are the rules we have. So let's go through it, okay. So right now, first you need to create an array list of the string, and then let's call it R list equals new array list of the string, okay. And then eventually we are going to return this R list, okay? Okay, because the index is included, so we must go through the index. That would be better. So for integer index equals 0, I less than actually the all reviews dot length, okay, and then I increase. So we traverse through each individual one. So now we do have a review R equals all reviews that get I, okay, we get the review I, okay, we get review I. Now we need to check, okay, we need to check. So we will actually check only if they contain a exclamation mark, okay, only the message that contain the exclamation mark. Then we will add it into the final string. So that's actually work on this one. Okay, so right here, you can use index of or use content. Let's use index of, okay? Index of this exclamation mark actually greater equals 0, okay? Then that it contains an exclamation mark, okay? And then we will do this, okay? We will do this. We will create a string, okay? So this string s will be equals double plus your index, okay, plus your index plus the hyphen, okay. We finish this one, okay. We finish this one, and then next one we add the comments. So this one is R that, okay. This one R will get the comments. Okay, we'll get the comments. So here it is get comments. So the review that get comments, okay, get comments. And then if, okay, if it end with the okay, with the period of exclamation mark, okay. So here, if R that end with, okay, end with the exclamation mark, or that ends with, okay, period. These two we won't add a period on it, okay. So this one we will do this. We will put the inverse of it, okay. Put the inverse of it. So now don't end with exclamation mark and don't end with period. In this case, S will plus equals the period. Okay, that's it. That will be our answer. Okay. So this one, let's check one more time. So let's check the rule. So basically the string will be returned with beginning with the index number. Index number right here, we use a empty string plus the I, okay, and then followed by a hyphen, and then followed by the original comment, okay, and only if what? Only if the comments include the exclamation mark, okay, only comments including the exclamation mark, we will add it to the there, okay. Only contain the exclamation mark, we add it to it. Then we will modify the string if, okay, a string must end with either period or exclamation mark, okay, exclamation point, okay. If the original comment from all reviews does not end with either period or exclamation mark, a period is added, okay, so that we'll add the period if we start and end with that, okay. So this one is problem 3. Okay, let's actually look at the problem 4 now. So question 4 is on data, okay. It's a 2-dimensional data. Okay, so question 4 is on 2-dimensional data. So 2-dimensional data has a grid, and grid is not null. So grid has some element, and grid had at least one element, okay. Grid had at least one element, so that's what we know. Grid had at least one element. So part A, repopulate, okay, repopulate. And then part B actually is to count the increasing columns, number of the column that is increasing numbers. So first one, we will repopulate. Repopulate, we will create a number between 1 and maximum inclusively. So maximum also needed. So totally here, you will generate maximum number of the elements, okay? You generate maximum number of elements. And the number with divisible by 10, okay? And then not divisible by 100, okay? Not divisible by 100. The number must be divisible by 10, but not divisible by 100, okay? So this one actually will newly, so if you basically, let's do this, okay? There's a maximum, okay? There's a maximum. So this maximum may be multiple of 10, maybe not, okay? Maybe not. So let's assume that here we have 100, okay? 100. So 100 divided by 10, you actually will end up 10. 99, you will actually end up with 9 divided by 10, you end up with 9, okay? 99, 1 to 99, okay, must be divided by 10. So 99 actually not included, okay? Only up to 90 is enough, okay? So that's the rule, okay? That's the rule. And the value is not divisible by 100, okay? Okay, so here you will do this, okay? You do this. It's a random number generation problem, okay? It's a random number generator. We do repopulation. So we do for integer r equals 0, okay? R less than the matrix. The matrix is called grid, okay? A grid is non-null. Grid is non-null that we know, okay? Grid is non-null, okay? Grid is non-null, okay? Grid has integer, grid non-null. So grid that, okay, length, okay? And then r increase, okay? That's the row number. And then we have for integer c equals 0, okay? C less than grid of the r, the length, okay? And then c increase, okay? So these are the row and column. These are the row and column, and we need to create random numbers. So this grid, okay, grids, row and the column will use the random number generator to generate it. Let's assume that we use a stupid way to do it. So integer, okay, master random, okay, times, okay, times actually maximum number, okay. Here, remember you need to plus 1 because you actually need to generate from 1 to maximum, okay. So from 1 to maximum, okay. So you need that, okay. And then while there's a condition, while there's a condition, okay. But remember that when you get out of the A condition, what will be the exit condition? So exit condition will be the number G that you generated, okay. Actually, 10 multiplied by 10 will be equals 0. That's actually your exit condition. And G 10 multiplied by 100 is not equal to 0. Okay, these two are the exit condition. So remember that here, exit condition is a bar of A, not bar is the exit condition. So let's do this one. This one will be not this. Okay, so not G 10 modular 10 equals 0. Okay. Okay, here and G 10 modular by 100. Okay. Equals not equals 0. Okay, so this one is the exit condition. Okay, so the exit condition is not this, okay. And we take the number which is a multiple of 10 and the non-multiple of 100. Okay, so if okay, that if It's not correct, we get it, okay, we get it, and after that we actually get the answer. So this one is the answer. So if we need to simplify this question, it would be, okay, number one, this one actually will be what? This one you can divide it by 10, okay? You can divide it by 10. Divide it by 10, that's the number of the element you will need to have, okay? And then later you quantize it, okay? And then here you times 10, okay? Times 10, and then the first number will be 10, okay? Let's analyze this whole thing, okay? This version will be better. So initially you have messed up random that will generate a number from 0 to max, okay, to max, okay, divided by 10. So totally they will be max divided by 10 number, okay? And then you times 10, you'll be from 0, okay, 10, okay, and then 20, okay, and then going up to max, okay, divided by 10, okay, and then times 10, okay, so 99 would be 90, okay, would be 90, and this one actually would be included, okay, if 90 is included. If it's 100 will be 10 times 10, but not included. So this one will be minus 10 here, okay. The maximum number could be minus 10. So it depends, okay, it depends on which number you generate, 100 or not, okay. So you will create this, that's actually not included this one, okay, and plus 10. Plus 10, and then you get started from 0, okay, 10, 20, okay, and keep going, and the last one will be maximum, okay, divided by 10, and then times 10, okay, this one will be included, okay, will be included, so that it's a value we will get, okay, if you like to do this. And divide by 10, this method is the total number of elements you generate. This one is the step size, okay, step size. And this one is the starting number, okay, that's the starting number. So this portion, I will make them as comments, okay. I'll make them as comments for you to study. Okay, for you to study the generation. And if not like this, you will take a longer time to finish the program, okay. You take a longer time to finish the program. So this one, we copy one more time over here, okay? Copy one more time over here. And that is using our random number generator formula, okay? And while not a condition. And this not a condition, we can modify it to be this one not equal 0, or using the Morgan rule, okay? Or is multiple 100, we will continue to get new value, okay? We'll continue to get a new value. So this one is the using De Morgan rule to update the so-called while loop condition, okay? So this one's repopulated, okay? The function will repopulate it. There's no D, okay, there's no D, let me delete the D. Okay, second one, counting the increasing columns. So counting increasing column, you need to read every column. So it's column major revision, okay? Column major traversal. So counting the increasing, okay, increasing one. So here, this one is increasing, this one is not. This one is also not, okay? This one is increasing, this one increasing. This one, two values are the same, you consider the increasing. So this one is greater equal is accepted, okay? So not strictly increasing, okay? Not strictly increasing, okay? So let's do this one. This one actually is column major. So we need to go through column by column, okay? So it's column major. So for integer c equals 0, okay? C less than actually Greece 0. Here you cannot use R, okay, but that's the number of column you have, okay, and C increased. So that's the column major, and you use it for integer R equals 0, okay, R less than Greek and length, okay, that's the for each row, okay, for each row and column. Okay, so you don't go through every row, okay? So basically right here, you need to be careful. You need to use a window of 2, okay? So every time you compare two number, okay, compare until the last 2, okay? Until the last 2. So here you have the number of row minus 1, row minus 2. So the row that you reach would be less than row minus 1, okay, less than row minus 1. So here you need to put minus 1, that's number 1. Okay, the number of row should be determined in that way, okay? And then you want to make sure it is actually increasing. So here, if it's not increasing, okay, if it's not increasing, so if, okay, if actually the grid, okay, the second R, okay, and then the current C, okay, actually is greater than, okay, greater than, equals, it's okay, equal acceptable. So grid, okay, R plus 1, okay, less than equals okay. So here C, the same column, okay. This one will actually we will not do it, okay. So here we will have a counter integer, okay, counter set to 0, okay. So this one we kind of say let's set a Boolean value, okay. This one is set it to be true, okay. So right here, that's actually set the increasing to be false, okay. So if there is something, we actually set it to be false, okay. So we keep doing that if the whole column being traversed and it still be true, okay. So right here, if increasing, then my counter will increase, okay. Okay, at the very end, we return counter. Okay, that's it. That's the for part B. Okay, so this one is U4. Okay, part A. Okay, and this one will be Q4 part B. Okay, Q4 part B. Okay, let's look at one more time. You go through every row, every column, okay, the cell will update it with number of element, okay, it's 10 to maximum, okay. So that's the number of the element you can generate, okay. And step size is 10, beginning from 10, okay. That's what we have. Okay, so this same way of generating will be here as well, okay. But we may generate it, okay, okay, and the number may not be the one we like. So right here, if we further delete this one, it is actually okay. Because that we already force it to be only 10, 20 something, okay. So this one, we can actually further delete it. Okay, this portion we can read, but let me keep it there. Okay, let me keep it there. But if you actually generate the random number times max plus 1, that's also okay. That's also okay. So let me keep the second version here. Okay, let me copy it and then keep the second version over here. Okay, this second version is a little bit wasting time, but it should still be okay. So right here we will plus 1. Here we will actually times max, okay, the time max. And this one, I'm going to copy this one, okay, and paste it over here, okay. Okay, and use this condition to guard against it, okay. And this one, actually, we really do not need to check if it's multiple of 10, okay. We don't generate anything that's not multiple of 10, okay. We don't generate that. Anything that's not multiple, everything will be multiple of 10. Okay, we only need to check if it's multiple of 100, we check that. Okay, so 2 version, either way, okay. You also put the G 10 multiplied by 10 not equal 0, or that also is also okay. That also is also okay. Okay, Also is also okay. Okay, this one is the problem 4. Okay, problem 4, part B. Here you have the counter. Okay, every time you will find your a certain cell and its next row's cell, actually the current cell greater than that, then it's not increasing. Okay, so this one, the updated logic will be less than equal. Less than equal is acceptable. Okay, equal is acceptable. So only greater than you will reject it. Okay, you will reject it. And then we will count the total number of the increasing columns. Okay, so it's a column measure. Okay, so this problem set, I would say problem 4 a little bit tricky. Okay, if you never work on the random number carefully. Okay, and you never work on the Boolean logic carefully. Okay. And problem 3, I think it's easier. Okay, just set the condition correctly, that should be fine. Okay. Problem 2, I think probably is the easier problem of all. Okay. And problem 1, I would say is also easy. But overall, I would say this for FRQ 2022 is harder than 21 and 20. Okay, this one go back to the normal level we have. Okay. That's the typical level of the difficulty in the AP Computer Science Principle A. Okay, thank you. Bye now.